Hey, welcome to this video that I posted on here for those of us who want to know, what does self-care really mean? I have posted different topics on my new channel, and are you really taking care of you? So we're going to talk about this a little bit. I'm sure you wonder, what on earth is she doing? I did something that I thought I wouldn't even do. I decided to challenge myself and try and do my own hair. I've done it many different ways before in the past, but I've never done it this way, where I did my whole head. It's really challenging, but so much fun. And so anyhow, part of my self-care as well, because I like giving myself a challenge. I like to try things I haven't done before, even if this may not be the hardest. But I'm sure you're watching and you're thinking, that is really hard, Meg. Anyhow, what does self-care really mean? This is what I believe. Self-care is more than retail therapy, especially if you're on a working class income where it's like you only go and treat yourself once every 3 months. Is that really self-care? Like every 3 months? Really? Doesn't it have to be a little bit more than that? I think self-care is really taking care of yourself mentally, like build a business. Work on building a business that supports your ideal lifestyle, yes? Where you're working the hours you want to work. Self-care is getting your hormones in balance, where you can really feel who you are, not the hormones controlling you, responding to life circumstances in the weirdest way. That's a topic that we can discuss on another call. But anyhow, making sure that you're having enough exercise. I like to go for long walks every now and again. That's my goal, is get to 10,000 steps, because I realized and I heard that that's the safest, not to overdo it. So 10,000 steps is really good for me. But I normally do about 7,000 in the direction that I go, and that's good for me. So you have to decide, what does healthcare mean for me? Is it spending money that you can't afford, to go on a holiday you can't afford, or to buy things that you can't afford? I think retail therapy is overrated. Self-care is more than that. Like I said, building a business, because that will afford you the lifestyle that you choose. Adapting your business. It's more than doing your nails. I got to do my nails soon, actually. I just, take some time and do that. So building this business, it has to be according to the lifestyle that you choose, that you want. Will you enjoy doing that? Because some businesses look exciting and people are making a lot of money in it, and you can see that, but will you enjoy doing what they do? Would you enjoy starting a restaurant? Can you cope with the long hours? Can you cope with hiring and firing people every other week sometimes? From what people say who do it anyway. Or would you enjoy something where it's just a small team? Yes, because sometimes I think people don't check what would be the best business for me according to my personality, with what I care about. Anyone over 40 anyway. This is general advice. And when you work with me, we have a phone call. We will talk about the ideal business for you. We look at your inventory, your skill set, because you may not realize your skill set so far can help you start an ideal business for you, what you already know. It's not about starting something new and changing your whole life. It's just making that transition into becoming self-employed, or setting up a business where you hire people according to your resources and your capacity that works for you. So that's another coaching that I do. You'll see some of my videos on my channel here. I do senior care coaching and, all sorts here. But anyhow, if you are one of those, you're looking at your life now and you're like, I need to make a change. I want to work differently before Christmas comes. I want to be able to afford a better Christmas. Yes, that my family deserve better. I want to start something different, and I just need to say this disclaimer. I will work with you as your coach to help you accomplish your goals. That's why working with a coach really makes a difference, because the coach, the idea is to support you, remind you, prompt you, that this is the goal that we said you're going to accomplish. And it's not just you doing everything by yourself, it's working with you. Because a lot of people have realized you can learn all the content online, but if you're not executing, what's the point? If you're not executing, what's the point? When I find something online, if I'm watching something, sometimes for me, even movies, I'm trying to get a lesson from that. Something that's helpful in my business, or There could be an idea that would help a client because of an idea that I thought about when I was watching this movie. I love movies. It's one of my ways to wind down or just not to worry about anything else. Just get into the story. We all love stories. So, are you ready for this? Listen, it's not going to be a lot of work. It's just one day at a time, to be honest. It's one day at a time. Because imagine you're working on your terms. Imagine you are free when you go to bed, when you wake up. Imagine being free to decide which holiday you go in on. Not feeling like, oh, I can't even afford a holiday, and feeling like you've been left out or like you're missing out. Having your own business helps you determine and decide your financial future. That's it. And I may be biased, but I believe it's the way that you give yourself permission to do life on your terms, and you decide what kind of business. Unless you choose a business that you don't really like, you're not passionate about, and you can't wait to sell it, then that's a different story. So I gave myself this challenge. I am so proud of myself. I got a really good workout, my upper body. I was shattered last night. I was just like, oh my goodness, what the heck am I doing? But it's really good. I love giving myself a challenge. Even if it might, if you do hair, you're a hairdresser, you do that as a professional, you're probably like, you're being a wuss. No, I'm not. For me, it's a huge challenge. So anyhow, listen, if you want a coach to help you, especially with marketing, that's the thing I love. That's my jam. And the mindset is a huge thing. It's, you'll be shocked. I was listening to one guy that I really like. I learned from him. He failed 9 times in his businesses. I was like, what? Don't tell people that. It's really refreshing for somebody who makes a lot of money, really good income. Just to be honest about that. It encourages everybody else, right? You feel like, oh, I'm not a lost cause. I'm going to start again. And you may be there. Like, I want to start over. Or you may not even like the business you're in. You're just like, I just want to do something different. Listen, get in touch with me. I'll do a coaching plan that's just for you. That's the whole point. My coaching is not like general. It's for you. So the rates reflect that. It's not generalized coaching. It's unique to you, what you want to accomplish. And my part is to be with you like a midwife, to help you bring that to light, to show forth. I'm actually also a trained midwife, interestingly. So this is, holistic coaching. There's a spiritual aspect to it. I'm a woman of faith. I love God. I believe that God wants us to live amazing lives. God doesn't want us to live lives where we are feeling like I don't have options, I don't have a choice. That's not God's plan. And there's a learning there that's, involved, where you have to go through your own learning and unlearning the nonsense and accepting that you are enough, yes? So a great coach, like Coach Meg, will support you to make sure what you decide, you make it happen. Listen, if you want to know more, there's a link somewhere down below. Get in touch with me, yes? You know where to find me. You'll find the link. And I'll speak to you soon.